Hello guys and welcome to part 4 of Legal Aptitude PYQ analysis. In this particular session we are going to discuss the last set of questions in the TS Lawcet question paper. So TS Lawcet 3-year LLB shift to question paper ఉన్న last questions ఈరోజు మనం discuss చేద్దాం. So last class we discussed it till 81 or 82 I guess. Remaining we'll discuss it in today's class. Right? So first question is there on your screen. If you can look at my screen and if you can hear my voice properly, please give me a very quick yes in the chat window. Now voice sariga vinpichi danto paatu if you can look at my presentation, please give me very quick yes. Okay, first question is there on your screen. Very good Alpha, very good Nike. Agreements entered into between parties under the condition that money is payable by the first party to the second on happening of future uncertain event and second party to the first when the event does not happen. So just took 2 days back మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాం in our contract law classes. భవిష్యత్తులో అనిశ్చిత సంఘటన జరిగినప్పుడు మొదటి పక్షం రెండవ పక్షానికి డబ్బు చెల్లించాలని మరియు జరగనప్పుడు రెండవ పక్షం మొదటి పక్షానికి డబ్బు చెల్లించాలి అనే షరతుతో ఇరు పక్షాల మధ్య కుదిరిన ఒప్పందాన్ని ఏమని అంటారు? What is the answer? Very good Priyanka, very good. So the answer is wagering agreement. Let me just take up the pen. So what is the meaning of wagering agreement? So wagering uppandam anedi wager ante bet, to put it in very simple terms, right? So wager ante bet. So ఒకవేళ గెలుస్తే నేను డబ్బులు ఇస్తా, గెలవకపోతే నువ్వు డబ్బులు ఇవ్వాలి. So this happens in our IPL bets or any bet. So betting agreements are known as wagering agreements. So in contract law classes we have already discussed what is a wagering agreement and what is a contingent contract. So wagering agreement and contingent contract మధ్యలో differences కూడా మనం ఆల్రెడీ కాంట్రాక్ట్ లా క్లాస్లో డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. Law on preservation, protection and improvement of stock and prevention of diseases can be enacted by సంరక్షణ, రక్షణ మరియు నిల్వల మెరుగుదల మరియు జంతు వ్యాధుల నివారణపై చట్టాలు డాష్ ద్వారా చేయబడతాయి. ఎవరి ద్వారా చేయబడతాయి? Write it down in the chat window. Who can make laws on preservation, protection and improvement of stock? So stock ante livestock, animals. Very bad. So the answer is states, right? So because animal husbandry and maintenance of animals is there in the state list. Now this is not about the prevention of cruelty to animals. That is a different thing altogether. So here it is about prevention of animal diseases, preservation and protection, improvement of stock, which is there under the state list. So state list ఉన్న subjects మీద only state legislatures మాత్రమే చట్టం చేయవచ్చు. Next, 84. Which constitutional amendment abolished privy purses of the former rulers? భారత రాష్ట్రాల మాజీ పాలకుల ప్రైవీ పర్సులు మరియు ప్రత్యేకాధికారులను ఏ రాజ్యాంగ సవరణ రద్దు చేసింది? Answer it down in the chat window. Well done, very good Alpha, excellent. Alpha, Jivna, Madhu, very good guys. So the answer is 26th Amendment Act of 1971. So 26వ రాజ్యాంగ సవరణ ద్వారా ప్రీవీ పర్సులని మనం అబాలిష్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ ప్రీవీ పర్సెస్ అంటే ఏంటి? సో ఆఫ్టర్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్ తర్వాత there were, just a second, allow me to adjust my pen a bit here. After independence, the rulers of princely states were getting certain pensions or privileges that were there, right? So in 1971, Indira Gandhi government has actually abolished privy purses for former rulers of Indian states. No tota, it is not 44. Vis major, we discussed it. Vis major. I think we talked about it when we were talking about law of torts. I made a passing reference to this. Vis major ante enti? Bharanalu. Ante what is Bharanalu? Very good, very bad, I would say, because vis major is very good, Alpha, excellent. Vis major is an inevitable accident due to natural forces beyond human control. Privileges to land, not to landlords ki kaadu. So India ki independence vachin tarvata, independence raakamundu there were 555 princely states. Yeah, so వాళ్ళందరినీ తీసుకొని so వాళ్ళందరికీ, you know, we have integrated them in the Indian Union, right? So appudu the government has agreed that we will pay certain amount, కొన్ని డబ్బులు ఇస్తాం, పెన్షన్ ఇస్తామని we talked about it. That is known as privy purse. So vis major, when I was talking about law of torts, I discussed about act of God, right? So vis major is another name of act of God. ఏదైతే మనిషి చేతిలో కంట్రోల్ ఉండదో, like for example, if an earthquake suddenly comes up in Hyderabad, it is a vis major, which means it is an inevitable accident due to natural forces and it is beyond human control, right? Let us hope it is not come. Next. Which of the following states was first to make daughter a co-parsoner? కింది రాష్ట్రాల్లో ఏది మొదటిగా కుమార్తెను co-parsoner అంటే పూర్వీకుల ఆస్తిలో హక్కుదారుగా చేర్చింది? So when we are discussing Hindu law, we will talk about co-parsonary and daughter's right to co-parsonary, and we will discuss various case laws. Very good, Nayak, excellent. So the answer is Andhra Pradesh. So Andhra Pradesh was the first state in India which has enacted a law in the year 1956. In the year 1956, Andhra Pradesh made daughters as co-parsoners. Of course, later on other states like Karnataka has also come up with this particular thing. Very good, excellent. Next. A patent granted for an invention is protected for a period of. Patent. Patent at 10 years. We have already discussed it, right? Very good, guys, excellent. So the answer is 20 years. Patent yokka validity is usually 20 years, which we have already discussed it in our IPR classes. Next. Which of the following methods denotes the process of securing a confession or information? No, Nayak, 60 plus years after, that is copyright. 60 plus years అనేది copyright కి వర్తిస్తుంది, patent కాదు. Which of the following methods denotes the process of securing confession or information from a suspect or prisoner by prolonged questioning, the use of threats or actual violence? దీర్ఘకాలం ప్రశ్నించడం, బెదిరింపులు లేదా వాస్తవ హింసను ఉపయోగించడం ద్వారా అనుమానితుడు లేదా ఖైదీ నుండి ఒప్పుకోలు లేదా సమాచారం. Oh my gosh, I think I am really sorry. I think there was a small glitch. Can you all see me? Can you all hear my voice? Okay, I think yes. So actually the streaming software got disconnected for like 2 seconds or so. Which legislation was passed in India to authorize for taking measurements of convicts and other persons for the purpose of identification and investigation in criminal matters and to preserve records in the year 2022. 2022 సంవత్సరంలో నేరారోపణలకు సంబంధించిన గుర్తింపు మరియు విచారణ మరియు రికార్డులను భద్రపరచడం కోసం దోషులు మరియు ఇతర వ్యక్తుల కొలతలు తీసుకోవడానికి అధికారం ఇవ్వడానికి భారతదేశంలో ఏ చట్టం రూపొందించబడింది? Answer it down. Very good. Nayak, Nani, Rahul. So the answer is Criminal Procedure Identification Act, which was enacted in the year 2022. Sorry. I think I already made a passing reference to this in one of the previous classes. Already a previous class we discussed chestam. For those who have attended and watched it carefully, we will be in a position to answer it. Next. Which of the following are grounds for impeaching or let us say removal of Supreme Court and High Court judges in India? Because the word impeachment is used only for president in the entire Indian Constitution. So in the Indian Constitution, the word impeachment is used only for president and not for High Court and Supreme Court judges. భారతదేశంలోని సుప్రీం కోర్టు మరియు హైకోర్టు న్యాయమూర్తులను అభిశంసించడానికి కింది వాటిలో ఏది కారణం? Very bad. So the answer is proved misbehavior or incapacity. Proved misbehavior or incapacity is the right answer, right? Very important. Violation of constitution ante violation, for the ground of violation of constitution, president is removed. The ground for removal of president ni impeach cheyalante the ground is violation of constitution, whereas for Supreme Court and High Court judges it is proved misbehavior or incapacity. Screen is blur. I think Rahul, there is some internet fluctuation. Yeah, incapacity is that they are unable to perform their duty properly. They are incapable. Next. Which of the following is not considered as a tort? హిందీ వాటిలో టోర్ట్ అని రాసిండు. టాట్ పౌర తప్పుగా పరిగణించబడదు. డిఫమేషన్, నెగ్లిజెన్స్, కల్పబుల్ హోమిసైడ్, ప్రైవేట్ న్యూసెన్స్. పరువు నష్టం, నిర్లక్ష్యం, నేరపూరిత హత్య, ప్రైవేట్ న్యూసెన్స్. అరే at least read the options properly. Like if you know what is a tort, you will be able to make a guess very properly, right? Very good. So the answer is culpable homicide లేదా నేరపూరిత హత్య. Right? Tort is a civil wrong, right? Negligence, defamation, private nuisance, accident, right? All of these things would fall under the civil law, that is tort. Right, culpable homicide is a criminal offense, so that is why it is not considered as a tort. Don't worry guys, if you don't understand what is tort and what is not a tort, so we have already discussed it in our tort law classes, but for the new batches I will discuss it again, what exactly is a tort, right? Next. 92. A master is liable for the acts committed by his servant in the course of employment. It is called ఉద్యోగ సమయంలో తన సేవకుడు చేసే చర్యలకు యజమాని బాధ్యత వహిస్తాడు. దీనిని ఏమంటారు? Very good. For those who have paid very close attention in my law of tort session, will definitely be in a position to answer this question properly. So well done guys. So the answer is vicarious liability. Under vicarious liability, Master is liable for the torts committed by his servant. Principal is liable for the torts committed by his agent. Next question. Screen is blur. Is this a problem for everyone or only for Rahul? Is the screen blur for everyone? Screen under blur, I don't think so. Yeah, it is. There is no problem. Rahul, I think it is problem with your internet connection. Yeah, that is what Rahul, I understand, but I think there is internet ledana problem on anukunta. Check it, right? The answer is vicarious liability. Next, dash is an act that is twisted, crooked, which is not straight and lawful. Those who have attended my tort law classes will definitely be in a position to answer this. Oh my gosh, I have already leaked the answer. Very good, excellent. Well done, Lucky, Alpha, Jivana, Nayak, Madhu, Bala. Very good, guys. So the answer is tort, right? So the first explanation which I gave, like what exactly is a tort, is this particular line of statement. Next, very important legal maxim in criminal law. The maxim actus non facit reum nisi mens sit rea denotes Iactus non facit reum nisi sit mens rea అనే సామెత దేనిని సూచిస్తుంది? Very important principle in criminal law. Very good. Aishwarya, Bala, Alpha, Nayak, Malli, Rakesh, Ghania, Madhu. Very good, guys, excellent. So the answer is, an act does not render a man guilty of a crime unless his mind is equally guilty. Ante mens rea. What is mens rea? Mens rea ante oka guilty uddesham, oka duruddesham anedi brain lo undali. So a duruddesham lenanta varaku an act will not become a crime. Yeah, guilty mind. Which of the following is not a part of the criminal justice system? Criminal justice system క్రింది వాటిలో ఏది నేర న్యాయ వ్యవస్థలో భాగం కాదు? నేర న్యాయ వ్యవస్థలో ఏది భాగం కాదు? Right, so for this you need not attend any class, so you will be able to answer it very easily. So the answer is the fire service. So fire service is not a part of the criminal justice system, it is a part of emergency system. Next, the draft of Indian Penal Code was prepared by the first law commission chaired by Dash in the year 1834. భారతీయ శిక్షా స్మృతి యొక్క ముసాయిదాను 1834లో డాష్ అధ్యక్షతన మొదటి లా కమిషన్ తయారు చేసింది. What do you think is the answer? Well done, Ghania. Excellent. The answer is Thomas Babington Macaulay, which we call him as Lord Macaulay. So this fellow has authored. And James Stephen is also very important, guys. He is the father of Indian Evidence Act. So Thomas Babington Macaulay is this fellow. Next, which of the following does not vitiate free consent in a contract? కింది వాటిలో ఏది ఒప్పందంలో ఉచిత సమ్మతిని విఫలం చేయదు? Which of the following does not vitiate, matlab which of the following does not destroy free consent in a contract? Very bad, guys. Very good, Bala. Excellent. So the answer is consideration, because consideration has nothing to do with free consent, right? When there is undue influence, right? I explained you what is undue influence. I gave example of father, son, right? Very good, very good. Venu, Jivana, Masrath, Nayak. When there is fraud, when there is coercion, or when there is a mistake, it means that there is no free consent, right? So consideration is a very essential part in a contract. So it will not vitiate free consent. So vitiate, and it will not destroy free consent. Next, question number 98. Who has the power to resolve Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabhanu raddu chese adhikaram evariki undi? Answer it down in the chat window very quickly. Very bad, guys, very bad. The answer is, it cannot be dissolved whatsoever, right? So Rajya Sabha is a continuous house. So Rajya Sabhalo dissolution ane concept ledu, right? Lok Sabha will be dissolved for every 5 years, right? President will dissolve Lok Sabha for every 5 years. But Rajya Sabha is a continuous house. Rajya Sabha anedi, it's a continuous house, so it cannot be dissolved at all. Next, vote on account is meant for. Vote on khata dash kosam uddeshimpabadindi. So I think most of you don't know this particular answer. So vote on account is appropriating funds pending in passage of budget. So vote on account anedi government yokka last year lo it will come into force, right? So last year, for example, if government is there from 2020 to 2025, right? So in 2024-25, government will pass a budget which is known as vote on account budget. So ఈ vote on account budget అనేది ఎలక్షన్ కన్నా ముందు ప్రవేశపెట్టే బడ్జెట్ లో ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఎలక్షన్ we actually don't know like whether we will be in power or not, right? So our specific pending period ki we will be passing certain funds so that the government is functioning properly. That is known as vote on account budget. Is this clear? Yeah, not necessarily half budget. So it means that whatever is pending, how much ever is required for that specific period of time will be released. Just a second, I'm not comfortable sitting in this chair. Right, next question number 100. Freedom of religion in India cannot be restricted on the ground of, just a sec, భారతదేశంలో మత స్వాతంత్ర హక్కును వీటి ఆధారంగా పరిమితం చేయలేము. వేటి ఆధారంగా పరిమితం చేయలేము. Answer it down in the chat window. I think this has to go a little bit. So, yeah. వేటి ఆధారంగా పరిమితం చేయలేము. Very bad actually. Absolutely wrong answers I'm getting. The answer is security of state, right? For freedom of religion in India, you can definitely restrict on grounds of public order, morality and health. So in moodu grounds kinda you can definitely restrict freedom of religion, but not on ground of security of state. Okay, so you have to pay very close attention when we are discussing about exceptions to fundamental rights. Don't worry if you don't understand what are exceptions to various fundamental rights. In the upcoming batches, we will be discussing them. Next, who is the ex officio chairperson of the Goods and Service Tax Council? Goods and Services Tax Council yokka ex officio adhyakshulu evaru? Ex officio ante whoever holds that particular office will automatically become the chairperson of GST Council. What is the answer? Very good, Nayak, excellent. Very good, guys. Very good, Alpha. The answer is Union Finance Minister or Kendra Arthika Mantri. Right? Who is the present Union Finance Minister? Who is the present Union Finance Minister of India? I think I should actually. The answer is Miss Nirmala Sitharaman. Right. So Nirmala Sitharaman is the present Union Finance Minister. Next, a marriage between an Indian citizen and an American citizen is governed by the rules of భారతీయ పౌరుడు మరియు అమెరికన్ పౌరుడి మధ్య వివాహం డాష్ నియమాల ద్వారా నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. పబ్లిక్ అంతర్జాతీయ చట్టం, ప్రైవేట్ అంతర్జాతీయ చట్టం, రాజ్యాంగ చట్టం, పౌరసత్వ చట్టం. వెరీ గుడ్ Ghania, excellent. So the answer is private international law. I explained you what is private international law. Private international law is a law that governs the disputes or relationship between nationals of different countries. So nationals ante citizens of various countries. Private citizens of this country and that country, that is dealt by private international law. If it is between two countries, ikkada భారతీయ పౌరుడు అమెరికన్ పౌరుడు అంటే ఇండియా భారత్ మధ్య వివాహం కాదు, రైట్? సో ఇండియాలో ఒకడు ఉన్నాడు, అమెరికాలో ఒకడు ఉన్నారు, సో వాళ్ళిద్దరు పెళ్లి చేసుకున్నారు. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ ప్రైవేట్ అఫైర్, సో దట్ ఈస్ డెల్ట్ బై ప్రైవేట్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ లా, రైట్? వెరస్ ఇండియాకి అమెరికాకి మధ్యలో ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ ఎనీ థింగ్, సో దెన్ దట్ విల్ బి డెల్ట్ బై పబ్లిక్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ లా, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్, రైట్ ఆఫ్ ఎ హస్బెండ్ ఆర్ వైఫ్ టు ద కన్సార్టియం ఆఫ్ ద అదర్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్. ఒక భర్త లేదా భార్య మరొకరి సహ అమరికపై ఉన్న హక్కును ఏమంటారు? ఇన్ తెలుగు దే హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ గివెన్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ కన్సార్టియం, రైట్? సో ఎవరికైతే కన్సార్టియం అంటే అర్థం కాదు, దే విల్ హ్యావ్ టు గో త్రూ దిస్. వెరీ గుడ్ గైస్, ఎక్సలెంట్. ద ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ కాంజుగల్ రైట్. టు పుట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ వెరీ సింపుల్ టర్మ్స్, husband and wife, both of them wants the company of each other, right? So more simplifying it in a proper extent, so they should have the rights over sexual intercourse and etc. So that is conjugal right or dampatya hakku. Next, power of state to acquire private property for public use is known as. ప్రజల ఉపయోగం కోసం ప్రైవేట్ వ్యక్తుల ఆస్తిని సేకరించడానికి రాష్ట్రానికి ఉన్న అధికారాన్ని ఏమంటారు? ప్రజల ఉపయోగం కోసం ప్రైవేట్ వ్యక్తుల ఆస్తిని సేకరించడానికి రాష్ట్రానికి ఉన్న అధికారాన్ని డాష్ అంటారు. ఏమంటారు? No, Alpha. Bona vacantia, I discussed it in our classes, right? No, S-cheat is also not an answer. The answer is eminent domain, right? So under eminent domain, government can actually take your property without your consent, right? So mana permission lekunda kuda government can take, and government will simply pay compensation for that, right? So government might pay compensation if it is taking your property. So especially this right was protected when there was Article 31 in the Indian Constitution, right? 31 was right to property. In right to property, it is written that the state shall not deprive any person's right to property except under the procedure established by law, which means that if law says that a person's property can be taken away, then it can be taken away. Next, an arrangement by which the accused may agree to plead guilty in a criminal case in order to receive lesser sentence is known as. I made a passing reference to this yesterday, if you remember correctly. తక్కువ శిక్షను పొందేందుకు ఒక క్రిమినల్ కేసులో నేరాన్ని అంగీకరించడానికి నిందితుడు అంగీకరించే ఏర్పాటును డాష్ అంటారు. very good, excellent. The answer is plea bargaining. అంటే తప్పు ఒప్పుకుంటున్నా, సో నాకు కొంచెం పనిష్మెంట్ తక్కువ చేయండి అని అడగడం. దట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ plea bargaining. Next, dash is a contract. Very good guys, excellent. Dash is a contract to do or not to do something if some event collateral to such contract does or does not happen. ఏదైనా చేయడానికి లేదా సంబంధించిన ఒక అనుకున్న సంఘటన జరగనప్పుడు చేయకుండా ఉండడానికి చేసుకున్న ఒప్పందాన్ని డాష్ అంటారు. We have already discussed it. Very good, Upendar, excellent. So the answer is contingent contract, right? So contingent contract is something where it is collateral to a different thing. And see, the contract between you and me is I will be giving you 1000 rupees. But to give 1000 rupees, the collateral event is that the ship should not return back, right? Insurance company, right? You are paying 20,000 rupees to insurance company. Insurance company is saying that I will give, reimburse your hospital expenses of up to 5 lakh rupees. But based on what? When you are hospitalized, which means it is based on some collateral event happening or not happening. That is known as contingent contract, right? So already మన లాస్ట్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ క్లాస్లో కంటింజెంట్ కాంట్రాక్ట్కి వేజరింగ్ అగ్రిమెంట్కి డిఫరెన్స్ మనం తెలుసుకున్నాం. వేజరింగ్ అగ్రిమెంట్లో మనీ ఈజ్ రియలీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, రైట్? దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ మనీ, దెర్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ ఛాన్సెస్ ఆఫ్ విన్నింగ్ అండ్ లూజింగ్. ఒకడు గెలుస్తాడు, ఒకడు ఓడిపోతాడు ఇన్ ఏ వేజరింగ్ అగ్రిమెంట్. బట్ ఇన్ కంటింజెంట్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ డిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ whether the collateral event is happening or not. Next, 107, hearing and determining a dispute between the parties by a third persons or persons chosen by the parties is known as. మూడవ వ్యక్తి లేదా పార్టీలచే ఎంపిక చేయబడిన హక్కుల ద్వారా పార్టీల మధ్య వివాదాన్ని వినడం మరియు నిర్ణయించడం డాష్గా పిలువబడుతుంది. ఇక్కడ పార్టీలు అంటే పార్టీలు కాదు, లైక్ if I am one person, somebody else has filed a case, so some third person, a third person could ever may choose చేసుకుంటాం. The parties, two parties are choosing, right? So that is known as arbitration, right? So in an arbitration, both the parties will come together and they will appoint an arbitrator, and the arbitrator will give an arbitral award which is binding on both the parties. So arbitrator వచ్చి he will give a judgment. A judgment is out of court. We call it as a award. So దాన్ని enforce. Mediation is not. Mediation అంటే మధ్యవర్తిత్వం. So mediation అనేది ఒక third person is coming to resolve it. In mediation it doesn't mean that both the parties have the chance to choose the mediator. Next, dash is malicious software program loaded onto a user's computer without the user's knowledge and performs malicious actions. We have discussed this in our previous. Just a second, somebody has ringing the door. Who is that? गाड़ी actually मैं इधर class चल रहा है actually. I'll come.
इसको गाड़ी लगाने लगा.
ओके, क्या हुआ गाड़ी को?
तुम सीधा
मेरा गाड़ी का चाबी भी. Just a second guys, I am just coming back because I have parked it somewhere and somebody is facing difficulty downstairs. Just give me a second. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm just going downstairs right now. I am really sorry. Are you guys there? Okay, sorry guys, I'm actually back. Let me close this window. So I have actually parked it, you know, on the way, and somebody else is actually waiting to park their bike. Anyways, so here it is, computer virus, so to speak. Question number 109. Information technology, intermediary guidelines and digital media ethics code rules were issued in which year? Information technology, మధ్యవర్తి మార్గదర్శకాలు మరియు డిజిటల్ మీడియా ఎథిక్స్ కోడ్ నియమాలు సంవత్సరంలో జారీ చేయబడ్డాయి. What is the answer? Very quickly, the answer is 2021. So in 2021 we got the digital media ethics code rules, right? So like previously we actually did a moot court on these information technology rules and all. So I think I must be having a copy of the guidelines as well. Next, last question of the day, because after this we have passage based we'll discuss in different class. Which of the following is not a recognized ground for a consented divorce in India? భారతదేశంలో it is contested వివాదాస్పద విడాకుల కోసం కింది వాటిలో ఏ కారణం గుర్తించబడదు? Not a recognized one. So the answer is incompatibility, which means you are unable to actually stay with that particular person, right? For a general thing, the other grounds are recognized. Like if someone commits adultery, or if someone commits cruelty or desertion, which I gave you an example, right? You're leaving your wife and going somewhere as a monk, that is a desertion. All of these are grounds for divorce in India, right? Whereas incompatibility is not a ground for contested divorce in India. So with this I have almost completed all the questions. So we have the other thing is passage based. So all passage based questions we will discuss in a class, mostly in a special class, because here I'm not sure how exactly we have to deal with passage based questions on YouTube, right? So on the app we will be dealing with the questions in our sessions, right? So with this we are done with the TS and AP Lawcet 2022 question paper analysis, and we will be analyzing more previous year question papers in our classes. And I hope you have enjoyed this particular session. If yes, please make sure that you are liking this particular video, and also subscribe to the channel. And what else is there? Yeah, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon so that you will not miss out on any update, right? And also if you are not a student of Lawcet, and if you are planning to actually prepare for this, please make sure that you attend my special classes. And yeah, so tomorrow I won't be available in the evening, so there won't be any YT live. However, our target 25 plus will continue in the afternoon session. Target 25 plus will happen around 2 p.m. I would say. Target 29 plus will happen at 2 p.m. There is only one class tomorrow, that is target 25 plus. Evening I won't be there. So next we'll continue our classes from the next day, right? Okay guys, I'll see you all tomorrow in my next class at 2 p.m. right? Bye bye, good night.